Two women staged a sit-in this week at City Hall to get more services for survivors of violent crime. Both are survivors of homicides, and one of their demands was for a liaison who would be independent of the Boston Police Department. To tell us about their efforts are the founder of Women Survivors of Homicide movement, Mary Franklin, and one of its members, Norma Hylton. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you.
I was with Mary Franklin. I know that you and Norma have been working on this for a while to get more services for survivors, but why the sit-in?
Well, you know, first of all, it was Norma, myself, and there are like 57 of us in this organization called Women Survivors of Homicide movement. The reason for the sit-in was that we were just pretty much getting the same rhetoric from politicians and even the mayor's office at one point to ask for a request and demand services for women survivors of homicide in the inner city.
Norma, what was it like for you spending this time in the hall?
It was okay. I was not afraid of anything. It was fine. I just do what you have to do. To get something done, that's what you have to do.
How did you feel about doing this? You know, I mean, it's sleeping on a bench. It's not easy to spend the night that way.
Not really, but it was okay, for we had everything to make ourselves comfortable.
Mary, talk about that demand about having a special liaison for survivors. What does that do that isn't done in any other way, whether it's by the police or the public health department or even a nonprofit?
Right. Well, you know, first of all, that was something we thought of about a liaison, someone that would not answer to the police department, mainly the commissioner, because this person would be neutral. It would be somebody that women survivors of homicide could depend on and trust, that the community could also depend on. And this person would answer only to our mayor. And I just think that this person, a liaison, would be the one that could build that bridge between survivors, community, and law enforcement. So we're excited, and we would be the first state to even have a position as that.
Norma, go back to what happened in your case when you lost someone and you needed help. What was the response? I know that you must have gotten help from your family and friends, but outside, what was the response?
Well, there was no response from outside, because that's why previously we said that we asking people respectfully to say if you see something, to let us know what's going on. That's where we need the help in getting some of these crimes solved, because people are afraid. So we work hard to get some money to put in that system so we can help them to come up and say what they have seen and not be afraid.
Explain, Mary, the potential for what a liaison can do here, because, I mean, other than expressing sympathy and being there, what else can they do?
Well, I mean, definitely, again, they could be the one to bridge the gap. And I think that's what's the foremost first thing that's important, Chris. You have to build a relationship with the Boston Police Department, and especially the homicide unit. If you look at our city, survivors are primary women who look like myself and Miss Norma, but our Boston Police Homicide Unit, you know, look like you, white men who could never understand our culture, never understand how we feel. So having this liaison would be that direct person you go to if there's any disagreements or any, problems. The liaison person would be there to smooth those things out and make sure that everyone is being treated fairly. And I think that's what we're all asking for, is to be treated with respect and be treated fairly.
Norma, of course, one of the other things here is you wanted a meeting with the mayor to talk this over. So how did that go?
Oh, that went very well. He came in and he shook hands and gave a hug. I said to him, "You had a good vacation?" He said, "Yes." And then we explained what we wanted. And I have to give a shout out to him. And about 5 hours later, I had the detectives came to find out what I need about my case. So I have to thank him for that.
Mayor Franklin, you feel satisfied with what you heard at this meeting?
Yeah, I do. I feel very satisfied about it. The main thing that we wanted was, of course, a liaison, and we're going to be meeting soon about that, and we're just so happy. The other thing I'm so excited about is that the mayor is finally taking it serious that women survivors of homicide are more than inner city moms who lost their sons to murder. They're every woman. They're me. They're moms. They're aunties. They're sisters. And the mayor gets it. And I tell you, I walked away knowing that he really understands us. Yeah. And one of the things that he is doing, he's coming to the day program, Melvin's Mission, the only day program in the United States that caters to women who have lost people to murder.
Norma, what is it about women? What's the difference in the need for them?
For the woman?
Yes.
It's all that difference that we need is to have this protection for our people that we have lost over the years. And we just need them to get with us, work with us. If everybody work together, it will be okay. We'll get some kind of satisfaction.
And Mary, I guess that's pretty much the message of an event you have planned for tomorrow night.
Right. Tomorrow night, we're having an event called Praying for Lives Matter. It's going to be at Bethel Baptist Church, that's 18 St. James Street in Roxbury. It starts at 7 o'clock to 9. And what we are going to do is have the community come out, young people, our district attorney, Dan Conley, police officers in uniform, firefighters in uniform, politicians, just everyone coming together, enjoying song, gospel rap, dancing. And at the end of the program, we're all going to yoke together in one huge circle and have a prayer of unity and safety for the inner cities for this summer.
And you also have a roundtable coming up a bit later, too.
So exciting. Next Wednesday at the Mamleo headquarters, 61 Columbia Road in Dorchester. First time ever. A roundtable of 15 women survivors of homicide questioning the entire Boston Police Homicide Unit, asking questions around unsolved murders, questions that no one will ask. So
Great. Thank you
we're
both.
excited.
Thank you both very
Thank
much
you.
for being with us. Mary Franklin and Norma Hylton.
Thank you.
We'll have more news in just a moment.